Entitled Sports Show. March Madness is here. If you're from the DMV, you're happy because I sit here stunned that Maryland men got into the NCAA tournament because I'm like, how the fuck that happened? I don't know. At number 10, no less.
Rocky ass road because dog, you got to be like top 4 in the Big Ten, man. Holy shit!
I mean, maybe them advancing in the Big Ten tournament they did was enough. That's probably what it was. I'm assuming
had to be. Had to be.
Had to be. But the big news, if you want to be real about this, be real and stuff. And Dee's gonna probably put this at the beginning of the show. Shout out to the GOAT, Patrick Ewing, because nobody saw Georgetown win the Big East tournament the way they did.
Nobody, son. Like, here's the funny thing. When we recorded that, and we couldn't play it because I sounded terrible, but when we recorded that thing, it was just so surreal because I remember in the beginning of the show, I was actually kind of not doubting Georgetown. It was just more so of holy shit, guys.
They're gonna lose. Oh boy, here we go.
It ain't even so much. Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, I was, but it wasn't that bad.
You know what it is, Disney? It's kind of like if it was like George Mason. No, you know what it was? It was kind of like Virginia versus University of Maryland, Baltimore County, right? Where you're like, man, Virginia gonna wax that ass, right? And then it's like when it happened, stunning when it happened in University of Maryland, the Golden Retrievers beat Virginia. It's like, holy shit. That happened. So when Georgetown beat, was it Creighton? No. Creighton not
Creighton was in the finals.
Yeah, in the finals. Who the fuck did they beat?
They beat Villanova. Villanova. And here's the thing: Villanova got their shit busted because of that, and of course they should have. They had the Big East wrapped up. And let me just say, as a person that was actually watching the Big East this year, they by far are the best team in the Big East. So. It wasn't so much I didn't have faith in Georgetown. It's just like, come on, dog. They're number 1. We're number 8. They barely won the night before. You know what I mean? Well, no, actually, Georgetown didn't barely win. They actually had a nice win that night. Yeah. But it's like, dog, you got to go against the number 1. What you gonna do? Not only they beat these motherfuckers in the last minute, they didn't play Seton Hall, a team I know they can beat because I saw them beat them before. They squeaked by one of them Bambas too. And then when they went against Creighton, dog. Game over.
They waxed Creighton's ass for free.
All that separation that I heard that Creighton is supposed to create. Oh man, they create good separation. They didn't get to do none of that shit. Georgetown choked them to death.
Shout out to Patrick Ewing, but I also have to do a special shout out to a guy that me and Dee went to school with. I'm more closer to him than Dee is. Clinton Crouch. He is actually one of the assistant coaches for that team, and shout out to him prepping that team alongside Patrick Ewing because I
gotta tell my dad that I forgot that a Crouch actually is on that team. I tell my dad that shit, he'll be like, "What?"
Shout out to him because he's had IG videos and stuff. Because he has his own basketball camp that he actually has brought up a lot of like up and coming basketball kids in this area that go to various schools around this area and stuff. So shout outs to him. So him being part of that coaching staff and getting Georgetown prepped the way they did. I mean, you beat Villanova. It's like. That's a big deal.
That is a true big deal, man. The fact that you got over on them, you made it in there. Creighton still made it in, UConn still made it in, Villanova still made it in, you made it in, and for Georgetown to do that, and you know what's the sad part? The only sad thing is that this would happen when John Thompson passed. This would have happened when John Thompson had passed.
Same date they won the tournament was the same date that John Thompson had actually won it. Actually, it was a year removed from when John Thompson died.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And yeah, it's sad. My dad, I was talking to my dad about it. He said, yeah, that's just the messed up part about it because Patrick actually did something. He did something. Yeah. And he's going to be it. He just solidified that he's going to be it for the next 5 years. Number one, because I like with certain colleges, you just know that your 10 years there, you're going to have guaranteed years when you do certain things. Yeah, and especially with Patrick Ewing being a staple of Georgetown basketball, and the fact that now you did it as a coach, you brought out a team that was, I mean, wow. they was ranked 8 for a damn reason. They weren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
You brought the fucking Tigers out these motherfuckers, man. And hey, it worked, man. I loved it.
At his home field, New York, which there was controversy because apparently security was bullshitting them just like they did what's his face?
Patrick, fucking Charles Oakley, yeah.
They did Charles Oakley. And Patrick was like, hey dog, you see that banner? That's me. What the fuck? Like
I mean, like, yeah, he's like, man, I love all this, but I hate to do this. And when he said I hate to do this, why did I know? Why did I just know Dolan's dumbass security was going to treat this motherfucker like he did not bring had the best years the Knicks have ever seen in decades, yeah? Like, yo, get out of my face, man. You act like this motherfucker didn't win a champ. He didn't win a championship with y'all. I forgot about that. Still. Sorry, New York. I'm sorry, New York. He didn't win a championship with you. Now, we're from Washington, D.C. We respect Mr. Ewing. We actually respect him. And, he won us a championship. So I don't know how it feels to, not win nothing with such an illustrious player like that. It'd be a damn shame. I'd shoot myself in the head if I was a fan of that team that never won nothing with such a talented Hall of Famer as Patrick Ewing. That's just deep, but whatever. And I don't like the fucking Knicks.
Now, on top of Georgetown happening, there was something that happened with Maryland and Michigan, and it's mainly because during the season, Maryland and Michigan, they have ever since Maryland got into the Big Ten. They've been developing a rivalry of sorts. And tensions flared between Juwan Howard and Turgeon and it's mainly because of shit that happened during the regular season between both teams. I think the last game they played, it was like 4 technical fouls flying that game. And so there were, coaches walked the baseline like they always do and stuff. And they both were walking towards each other on the baseline doing that back and forth stuff. And Turgeon just said, Turgeon just looked at Juwan, was like, I don't want to talk to you, and walked back. And I guess Juwan felt some sort of way and was trying to walk towards him and stuff. And then all of a sudden, like a fight broke out a little bit. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. And yeah. And Howard apologized after the game, like, hey, that's my fault. I should have told the bench to kind of chill out. It wasn't serious, and whatever and stuff.
But you have noticed, like I have noticed that too. It has been the last couple of years, man. These two teams have been really going at each other. Actually seriously going at each other. And, it does have a lot to go with Michigan being the program has been as best as it's ever been. And you know what I mean? So it's rolling, and that's when Maryland came in that division the second they were getting their shit back. They were getting their fucking groove back. So of course they're gonna try to break it up and try to come between them and Ohio State. Yeah. And it feels like Ohio State says always to Maryland, shut the fuck up, Maryland. Maryland we have yet to really get a one up on on the Buckeyes yet. So I'm just saying it's real.
We're gonna be real about this. Maryland in the Big Ten, they're really in the Big Ten for basketball, less so than football, right? Because Maryland basketball, you're guaranteed to get some very entertaining games out of them, and it has worked in the colleges for program and stuff. So when Maryland hit the Big Ten, they technically were kind of like the big dogs in that division on the basketball side, and nobody was really fucking with them until Michigan State started like really gaining.
I don't know. To me, Maryland got a brisk. To me, the way it was to me, Maryland got a brisk kick in the motherfucking dick, man. Because all of those teams was like, oh, you still think you're in the ACC? Nah, that ain't coming over here. But we fought Duke.
You ain't lying,
motherfucker. We all even in this division, bitch. Look, Illinois, yeah. I had a weaker motherfucker. Like, yeah, I had a weaker schedule than y'all, and I had a weaker schedule than y'all, and I had my record was worse than y'all. But guess what? Technically, and you look statistically, we a harder working team than y'all. Yeah, bitch. You getting worked out, huh?
Like, you look at, let's be real. Like, when you look at the Big Ten, if you want to talk about whooping boys, it's really Nebraska, Minnesota, and Northwestern are the whooping boys of that division.
And even then, I seen Northwestern pull out a real good game against motherfucker. This was last year actually, or it was the year before. One of the years they went at Iowa. They went at Iowa, and Iowa's becoming actually a stronger program now, man. See what I'm saying? Everybody in that they ain't a soft ass motherfucking
Well, it's not
conference,
soft
bro.
anymore. That's why I was looking at Michigan. Like, to their credit, Michigan is definitely trying to bring back the glory days. I give them that. So, all right.
Yeah, they really are, man. Winning the shit they have, man. These last few years, man. Yeah, they serious, bro. So it's a good fucking conference, man.
So did Coppin State play their championship game?
Oh yeah. And they lost. They lost to Norfolk. They lost to Norfolk.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, because Norfolk, who plays really good separation, they're going to have to go against. I think they got a playing game.
Right? It's the men's, right?
Yeah, I think they got a playing game tonight, man. I think they're playing games tonight, if I'm mistaken.
That sucks. That sucks. I was really rooting for. I was like, hey, Coppin State might get it.
Nah, no. Look. This be real. When I look at when I looked at the whole fucking MEAC anyway, they weren't going to beat motherfucking Aggies or they weren't going to beat the Aggies or the motherfucking Spartans, man. They were destined. And the Spartans actually, I actually called it earlier saying that they were the number one team, even when we had our last episode.
Oh, they didn't lose to Norfolk. Morgan State waxed them 82-61. Holy shit. God damn. Wow.
Why don't you guys play hard?
It's like I forgot Morgan State was in flux since we last talked about that. Damn.
Yeah, remember? It was a whole little big thing. Yeah. So they look like they won the Baltimore Bowl, which I think is
Baltimore Bowl. It was like, hey, we're going down the street, just walk across the street. We're right there at Morgan State.
We're going to motherfucker. Yeah, Baltimore Bowl. Let's go down to the harbor, get drunk. Yeah, ooh.
Yay.
Hogan's letting some of us drink.
That's another debacle altogether on that one. But anyways,
speaking of debacle, I like how the NBA had to give out cease and desist to over 50 parties down in Atlanta.
Let me tell you,
because they don't use our NBA name during NBA weekend, during the All-Star weekend, and then the NBA had the nerve to say we didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Hey folks,
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
Chris, Chris, I just got a question. Is the league 85% black?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, all right. Just one more question, and Dee's kind of slow on this. Is Atlanta a black city?
Thank you. Because let me tell you something, folks. There's a story.
Where's Magic City located at?
Atlanta,
nigga.
Story, and it is related to the fact that there was tons of NBA themed parties, but there was no NBA players there. That's part of the reason the NBA was feeling some way about people using their name, because they were trying to keep the players from, being part of that COVID disaster. But let me tell you a story about how a lot of people went down to Atlanta broke as fuck and thought that they could actually get something out of it. Let me also tell you a story about how a lot of people didn't plan ahead on the fact that a lot of hotels were basically following COVID protocol to a degree, and they were not filled to 100% capacity like it normally would be, and how a lot of people were sleeping in their cars during All-Star weekend. And I didn't see not a speck of them talk about, hey, I took a shower and all that stuff. I'm like, there's a lot of funky ass motherfuckers that were walking through Atlanta.
I mean, just by average, there's a lot of funky ass unless a bunch of y'all, because I know black folk, I know what y'all, we had to go. Somebody had a bird bath in that bitch. No, you go inside there, man. Come on, bro. Nah, nigga, you stink, man. I did. Nah, man. Nah, man. You gotta wash your whole ass in the bathroom, bro. Like that had to happen. But even still, Chris, what?
And some of the women were going out sad too, and I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't even get the bag while you were down there. Y'all went out sad like a mother.
I like that these girls got dressed up, really dressed up. Now look. Did you really think that Damian Lillard was going to be at that point?
That's what it was. A lot of women were banking on it. I mean, look, there was a video of literally a bunch of women. They took a U-Haul truck down to Atlanta. I was like, what?
Why?
Slept in U-Haul trucks, probably air mattresses inside the U-Haul truck too. And I'm like, ugh. Dog,
why is it? Here's my other thing. Much like a girl saying they want Birkin bags. It's like, what the fuck you gonna put in it? Like, really, what the fuck you want to put in it, bitch? How would you know it's a real Birkin? Like, you're bitch, like you broke. You have no job. How do you like? I find it very funny. You never underestimate the power of people that want to be hoes. Like hoes want to be hoes.
Yeah,
Like you really thought there was going to be a fucking weekend that look.
it was a
Whatever
weekend,
parties
all
went
right.
off, they went off. Look, whatever parties went off, went off. But the fact that you know that they weren't going at 100%, and you still said, "Hey man, look, we going look. We got the motherfucking minivan. We all going to sleep in that bitch." Like
Oh
white
man.
people at a fish concert, nigga. I swear.
But I would say the proceedings of the All-Star game were interesting. Steph Curry won a 3-point contest, to which I'm like, yeah, no shit. Of course he's going to win a
But
three-point
it was a
contest.
tight one. He made it interesting
Mike Conley,
because
though, Mike Conley, he was looking tight. He was like, okay, Curry, don't. God damn it, Curry did it again. Shit.
I think for me, and I loved it for Mike Conley being at the All-Star game that weekend, man. I was like, Mike, you get your roses this weekend, man. You finally did, because you can tell that there was so much love for Mike being there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh man, you all-star nigga. You know, like that type of feeling for that person, right? And the thing that kills me, to kill me about it was Mike came out on fire. I was like, yo, he about to have the Cinderella. I was like, yo, Steph fucked up that first run. Oh shit, Mike, you got this nigga's not missing a goddamn
No.
shot.
See, I blame the commentators. It's commentators' curse, as we say in the FGC, where you say something and then the opposite happens, and the commentator says something and then it actually happens. So the commentator was like, "Ah, shit, Steph gonna win this, ain't he? Ah, shit, he's making them."
Who was it? Nah, it was fucking Wade, because Dwayne Wade has been killing me with that. He was killing me with that shit all that weekend, man. He was like, "No, man, man, he on fire." Now see, he about to make this whole rack. See, he made that whole rack, man. Wow.
The dunk
Dwayne Wade
contest.
ain't shit, and Dwayne Wade ain't shit for one reason. I forgot what it was. Who was he talking about? God, it wasn't Covington. It wasn't Covington. I forgot who they was talking about the skills contest. And I said the same thing in my head, but Dwayne just said it out loud. Make it do on his left side. No, I'm serious. Right? Make it do on his. He's like, no, I'm serious. Make it do on his left side. No. He's like, that's not me throwing shit. No, that's not no. I'm just saying, if you really that good, make him throw it to the left side, because he's doing it to the left side, he missed everything. Y'all see the games like I do. What y'all think? I'm like, thank you, Dwayne.
I'm just doing close commentating. What are you talking about? I'm just doing my job.
Well, I'm doing my job, bitch. But anyway, the skills contest one, Sabonis won that one, which kills me, because I'm like, these white boys, man, who are fundamentally sound, are fucking scary, ain't they?
I mean,
like,
you know what it is? I think it's people underestimate how much fundamentals can get you a long way to last long in the NBA, more than anything else. So that's why it's like I'm never surprised at some of the people that are like the you know, what's the word? It's what we said LeVar Ball's son is pretty much now.
What? Wait, point guard?
Not point guard, but the guy that's on every team, basically.
Journeyman.
Yeah, journeyman. If you're a good skills person and stuff, you make a pretty good journeyman in the NBA. Like, you're needed on a team.
You're needed. And bring analytics into it. Some people are when you bring analytics into it, some people are needed for that just one thing, because they're going to get you those few minutes of that efficiency and all the rest of that crap. So yeah, it was just so funny watching all of that crap, and I'm thinking to myself, man, all these centers at this point right now can shoot threes. And here's the thing: centers, in my opinion, always could shoot 3-pointers. They were just told
into a box to stay in the middle, and that's it. Don't do anything else.
Stay up under that fucking goal, motherfucker. Don't you move, god damn it.
It's like, I mean, because it's like, can you imagine if Patrick Ewing could shoot a 3? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I mean, I ain't actually Shaq to shoot a 3. Fuck no, hell no. That will never.
Like I play my shit on arcade a little bit on 2K, so I'll be like bombing threes like a motherfucker. The only motherfucking center I feel comfortable about doing that, old school center for the 90s or 80s, doing that shit, is David Robinson. He's the only one I feel comfortable with him just staying behind the arc, just crushing you with.
That's the crazy part.
David Robinson.
Wasn't him and Tim Duncan every once in a blue moon shooting threes when they were both playing on the Spurs?
I've never seen Tim hit one. I've seen David hit a couple in my life. But
I've seen Tim do it a couple of times.
He wasn't staying behind the line, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. Tim never did behind the line. He wasn't just standing there. But I've seen Tim do it a couple of times, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, like and I mean it. Everybody in the NBA can hit a 3-pointer, man. They always could. Just your offense really didn't require you to be behind the arc like that, man. And what everybody's figuring out is that the two easiest spots to hit anything on the court is behind the arc and right up underneath the goal. Those are the easiest places to hit. And a lot of these coaches are telling these kids, you're going to have to be able to shoot in that zone where you're either A, unguardable, or B, you're just hard to guard. It's hard to guard people behind the arc. It's really hard. It's not as hard. It's not as easy as a lot of people think, man. Yeah, you can get the motherfuckers in the corners and shit where they pressed up against the motherfucking out of bounds, man. But outside of that, the part where you pulling up to the court. Oh my God, you can hit threes from. If you can hit threes from there all day, you kill everybody. You see what Steph does to everybody, man. He's unguardable out there. Even if you got a fucking hand in his face, there's still a chance he can make one.
That nigga would shoot from the fucking half court and make it, and you're just sitting there like, this guy is ungodly disgusting.
And everybody said, "Well, man, the shooting's so terrible." Like not the shooting's so terrible. They like to say, like, "Well, man, the defense is so terrible." It's hard to guard people behind that fucking arc.
Yeah,
there are some motherfuckers that want to do that man-to-man shit, and you get yanked out of that motherfucker. Thanks, Iverson, for teaching all of us how to do that shit.
Or B, if you happen to just breathe on somebody shooting a three, foul, and I'm like, what?
Oh my God, man! Sometimes it's not even worth pressing these Bama sometimes, because if you press them too hard, they can draw a foul. These point guards are smart, dog, and that's another thing. These points are smart. They're gonna draw a foul. This nigga gonna press me up. I bet I'm about to drive to this lane, and you gonna touch me. You're gonna have to watch. Beep. Yep. See.
Yeah,
like dog, you set yourself up for that shit. Now instead of getting the 3-point behind the line, I got the 3-point at the free throw line. Boom, 3 points. See, it's not as easy as a lot of people make it out to be, man. Yeah. You can have these, like, you're not going to shut down nobody unless you really, you take the fucking wheels up under them, man. You gotta pop them early with a lot of these offenses, especially in college, huh? Especially these college kids, man. It's easy to stop these offenses, though, but still.
Speaking of which, this dropped earlier today. Sean Bradley is paralyzed. He got hit. He got in a bike accident, and I was like, holy shit! Like, and then somebody brought up a good point, and again, it was related to like a Space Jam. Somebody was like, so what could Sean Bradley do again? And I was like, that's a good point, because like, I knew he was a center, but was it just kind of like his height got him over, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Yao Ming shit. Very good blocker, very good rebounder. Probably can give you a good 20 every now and then. Yeah. I think Sean Bradley was like a 2-time All-Star, I think.
Yeah.
And like Sean was good for what he was for a little bit, but when it doesn't take long for teams to figure out how to fucking attack you and how to slow you down. Yeah. And then on top of that, the unfortunate thing, anyway, he was a big guy. He's going to go through a lot of injuries. Mm-hmm. Just being that big, you're going to have to go through a lot of injuries. He got beat up a lot. Mm-hmm. So yeah. And he was only really good for a block, really. I hate saying it like that. I really do hate saying it like that, because I thought Sean Bradley, real talk, of all the people in the NBA, why it had to be Sean, man?
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? Of all the people that had to end up paralyzed, nice guy Sean. Yeah. Salt of the earth white boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what it reminded me of? Rick Smits.
Yeah.
That Dutch player. I remember watching him. Even during the latter part before he got out the NBA and retired, I was like, Rick Smits was actually a pretty solid player. When you look at his stats, he was very consistent in double digits.
Rick to me always.
I was like, wow. Huh.
Rick to me always looked like he stank.
Was it the mullet, D? Was it the mullet? What was that? I
don't know, man. You just see some people like it's almost in the same vein of every time I see Patrick Ewing, he's sweating. So it's almost every time I see Rick, he had this little musk around him, at least in my eye or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something it just brought up when I think of that Sean Bradley. It's like I think of Ritz Smits because he was another one of those tall white dudes that was in the NBA during that whole time too. So I was like, all right, cool, yeah. So
yeah, man. I think really what happened to, like I said, what happened to Sean, it was just unfortunate, man.
Yeah,
it's really unfortunate. Now I knew it happened like in January, and I guess now they know that they can't do nothing or something. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. So but anyways, since the last show since we have recorded, Dak Prescott finally got that long-term contract with Dallas in the very and everybody in Dallas and Cowboy Nation is finally breathing a sigh of relief, and everybody that was mocking Cowboys are now sitting back, sweating, trying to figure out what they want to do, because now Andy Dalton is a Chicago Bear now, and Bears Nation is not having it.
Really?
Oh, Bears Nation fucking hates it, but it's kind of like that begrudging hate because it's like, well, we don't have Trubisky, but we got Andy Dalton. And I was like, that's kind of sort of an upgrade.
Dalton. They got Andy Dalton. Don't tell me he's going to be the starter.
I mean, it's between him and Nick Foles, and they're starting Andy Dalton.
Oh, man. Okay. Nah, because I know Nick Foles.
He tight.
Yeah. There's a chance that Dalton will be the starter.
I know Nick Foles.
Nick Foles always do this bullshit. Huh?
I know Nick Foles is low-key tight, but don't want to say anything.
Well, I just know why you trust me, Nick. You're going to get hurt. No, I'm not. I'm a pinky.
It's like, what happened? I broke my pinky. Like, God damn.
Why?
Nick Foles is out for 2 games because of pinky. I told you.
It didn't Andy Dalton get on a 3-game winning streak. Sorry, Nick. You're no good. I'll show you. I'll show all of you.
It's
and
weird.
Then he gets traded over to the Raiders, and then he leads the Raiders to the Super Bowl.
I don't know. It's weird to me because, like I said, it's like I can't make heads or tails of Bears Nation. It's like they were disgusted. I was like, I mean, you guys didn't like Trubisky, so what the fuck did you think was going to happen? Like, come on.
At this point, man, the Bears, I think it's because a lot of Bears fans really feels like that door of them probably getting better is about to close shut. You know what I mean? And I think that's really what we're seeing, what you're seeing out of some of that fan base is that they're stressed, and that is like they know they probably don't have that much time because they know fucking Aaron Rodgers is getting weaker. They know that they can beat him. They know that the Lions are just going to be the Lions, and they know that the Vikings are a fucking head case right now. So they know they can take the division, but they can't get right their own goddamn selves right now.
And the thing of it is, Bears thought that they can get Russell Wilson, but somebody was telling them, "Dog, y'all would have to give up a lot to get
a lot of people to get Russ, man." Russ ain't no easy.
Do you want to give up everybody just to get Russ, and then now you got to now you got to start back to square one now? Like, come on,
that's ridiculous. Like, all right, going back over to Dak real quick. Him making all that much money, dog. Oh my god, that is exactly what he wanted. Exactly what the Cowboys wanted because it's not going really against the cap like that.
You got a lot of flexibility. Finally, I was scared for a minute. I was like, oh god, do they got flexibility? And it was like they do, and I was like, thank God.
Yep. And then on top of that, they can finally and then on top of that, all of that, it really works for the player too because they do the restructuring deal. The new CBA either starts or they restructure it. I think 4 years from now, where that will kick in and new like cap will come in and all the rest of that shit. So it works out for everybody. It works out for everybody. The Cowboys can get a couple people if they want to and all the rest of that shit. So. And we'll see what happens with that.
They got some good free agent signs though so far. They got Carlos Watson, defensive tackle from the Texans. They got Jordan Lewis back at cornerback.
Yeah.
They got Ty Nishke from the Buffalo Bills, offensive tackle. They got CJ Goodwin, another cornerback.
Where he from? Goodwin. That name sounds familiar. Where he from?
I want to say, who did he play for? No, I think Dallas. I think, but whatever. I think either Dallas resigned or he came. I forgot where he came from. Jake McQuaid, that's the snapper from the Rams. They got him. Brent Urban, Bear defensive lineman. And that's it. And a lot of defensive people are people that kind of fit that defensive scheme that Dallas got. That was kind of the big thing. That was the biggest reason why they signed a lot of these defensive guys, because they fit that new, was it the 3-4 scheme that they're running, basically. So
I hope they really are trying to do something with the offensive line. I hope they actually are going to.
They got everybody back right now, but they, like I said, they definitely need to kind of bolster some more offensive linemen.
That's what I say. I really hope that's what they go for in that draft, because to me, because Tyron Smith, love him to death, man. He's a Hall of Famer, but the last 7 years, man, the wind blow the wrong way, man. That's his fucking ankle. That's his fucking leg. That's his fucking
Tyron,
foot.
high five. I'm like, whoa, what happened? It's like,
no, like we need to do something with him. Lionel Collins is great, but he's been getting hurt. So, and Zach Martin, we don't know how long. Zach is like, yeah, so I'm finna leave in a few years, man. So
you got another maybe 2 years. I'm gonna say 1 year.
I don't know. I probably can go another 5 years. You know, the hyperbolic time chambers and Mr. Popos and everything. I can do it, man. So.
I don't know what Zach Martin sounds like, but I pray to God he sounds just like that.
I hope he does. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I told JJ. That's what I call Jerry Jones. I said, hey, JJ. He does not talk like that. I heard Zach Martin talk at least 3 times. It's nowhere close to that. But if it does, I would like to talk for him. I wish Zach Martin was a motherfucker that talked a lot in the locker room, so I could just so I could just read headlines like that.
Here's the fucked up part. Beasley's the only one that his voice matched exactly what the fuck I knew his ass would sound like too.
Oh my God, yeah. Somebody who said this? My friend said, I forgot what they was looking at. He said, man, I saw Dak wearing that fucking cowboy hat. I said, man, this nigga can't get more light-skinned. I fucking die.
That is the white side of him came out immediately, because that's some white people shit. They'll put on a fucking shit kicker hat and a goddamn.
They rock it, won't they?
They will say, hey, guy, we're going to Walmart. I'm putting on my hat. Why?
Why? We gotta let the bitches know what time it is. 12 gallons in the head, 12 gallons in the bed. Know what I mean? No, sounds like you have a bladder infection.
That is Dak in a nutshell. He just puts it on and you're looking at Dak like, Dak, what are you doing? No.
The fuck is you doing?
What are you doing?
Hey, man, you would tell me if I look like a big... like Dak will put on a hat like that, look at you. Hey, man, you would tell me if I look like a dick, right? Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah, Dak, I would. But it's like... But yeah, I think the Cowboys set themselves up decently. I don't know. Here's the funny thing. Because I don't trust our new defensive coordinator. I don't trust him either. I don't. Look.
Because he came from the Falcons. I saw the Falcons defense. I'm like, okay.
Y'all, sure. They won the Super Bowl at halftime and lost. So Dee is not enthusiastic to have this situation where it feels like both of my teams that I really root for the most, the Cowboys and the Wizards, both have the same problems. Their defense is so terrible. They don't stop nobody.
It's that one player on the defensive side that knows they could be better, and it's just the higher ups is fucking with it. Because Bradley Beal was looking at the Wizards defense like, we could do better than this, guys. What the fuck, man?
I hate the fact that look, and I hate to go on this tangent, but I hate the fact that we are so sorry that even when we have a fucking winning streak, a magical ass winning streak where we're bodying on fucking playoff teams, the fan base still thinks that we need to burn up the whole thing.
It's like
how fucking terrible is that?
Guys, we got rid of Ernie.
We feel Bradley. We need to trade him. Why?
He wants to
Like,
be here, guys. Don't do this.
Don't make this motherfucker get traded to a team he don't want to go to. Imagine that motherfucker getting traded to imagine him getting traded over to like the Hawks right now and just be in Atlanta, just miserable.
Dude, I mean, to be honest,
because we want to blow up a team.
I mean, hey, look. People felt like he should go to the Clippers and we should get Paul George, and I'm like, no, I don't.
Why do you want to do that?
I don't want that.
Why do you want to do that? Ugh.
That's ultimate.
I feel that's. You know what? Again, that's trading a problem for another problem.
It really
that's
is.
Trading a problem from another. Bradley Beal can't win. Well, you're bringing in the definition of can't win to DC.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that shit, man? What would you say, Paul George a bum? I ain't said he is a bum. I said that nigga can't. No. Let me get it very straight. I ain't say he was a bum. I said the motherfucker can't win.
Hey, like, I mean, there's a reason why he was lingering in Indiana, and then he was like, "Oh my God, I'm leaving Indiana," and then he went to the
ball game.
He went to the Thunder, right? Or was it Houston?
No, he went to the Thunder. Remember they kicked it and all that shit fell apart because Russ was like, "I hate your ass."
Yeah. but the reason why the Dak thing worked is because the new announcement NFL television deal came out, and man. Yeah, they're double. Okay, so basically, here's how it goes. They're keeping the games on ESPN, ABC, Fox, CBS, NBC, Amazon, and NFL Network. And you're like, Amazon? Yes, they've been playing games on Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, they've been playing it on that. And it's actually pretty convenient sometimes. It is. It just is. They're going to keep Sunday afternoon games on CBS and Fox, Sunday night games on NBC, and Monday night games on ESPN. And they might have the occasional games air on ABC. They might. Amazon will be the exclusive home for Thursday night games.
So you have to watch the games on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but they're going to still have some of the over-the-air ones. So if you're like, in the home markets, basically. So if you're not in that home market, you can watch
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
I'll allow it. And then here's the thing. I know I know that helps the NFL air that shit better, but that also you can tell that's the thing that benefits the networks too. Mm-hmm. That doesn't clutter up their time. Mm-hmm. So I see why they did that deal. Now it's going to be interesting if that's the case. Is it still going to be the Fox broadcast, the CBS broadcast? How are they going to do that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because even with it being like you say, even with it being Amazon, I still remember you can still see it on CBS. You can still see it on Fox.
Mm-hmm. That's the only detail they haven't put in and stuff. So we'll see about that. ABC is going to pick up 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I saw that.
The first one in 2026, basically. So
all right. So is it going to be ABC or is it going to be ESPN?
They say ABC. They just say ABC. Oh. So ESPN has packages also where they're going to have 6 games on the network during the season. 3 of them are going to be Monday night doubleheaders.
Sure.
And they're going to be a Saturday doubleheader during the final weekend of the season, basically.
And I'm fine with that, and I'm fine with those on Saturday games, man. You know what I mean?
And also one Sunday morning game, which I'm assuming is the overseas game.
Yeah, as far as that's I'm about to say that sounds like a London one. That sounds definitely.
So ESPN is going to air the London games, and stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm assuming this is probably how they were able to free up the cap space a little bit more, and how a lot of players are probably pretty much benefiting from all this. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
The one thing, and I had to, I only read up a little bit of this in the Atlantic. It was about like 4 years, about 2-3 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. It was about how TV deals work, and it was through actually the not through American television or anything like that. It was actually through English football, and it was just basically how it went from how soccer in England went from a working man's sport to instantly it's money.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere. There were a lot of guys who really played almost up to the 1970s with 0 contracts. You know what I mean?
Playing for free.
Like that. I mean, not exactly for free, but come on, bro.
Yeah. It's like damn,
but I'm the most popular man in town. Yeah, but you playing for one of the smallest clubs, nigga. Who gives a shit? You're not making no money.
Yep.
And then when the TV money came in, it's kind of funny, especially with English football. You can see how the cities had a big deal to do with it. Like all the London teams are way better off than the teams that are in the middle of the country. The teams that are surrounded in Manchester and all that, they benefited, but not the teams that are just outside the country of Manchester and Liverpool. They get less attention to this day, even with the TV money that's coming in. But it's just ridiculous how it went from the thousands, like the low thousands, to the millions within years.
I mean, it's not shocking.
It was saying that the NFL was the same way.
Yeah, I'm not shocked because I mean it's a game changer for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's why. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot to do with the cap space, but it does have a big deal to do with it. It's one of those situations. It's one of those things. You're more profitable, man.
Quick question. What do you make of the moves Arizona has been doing in terms of bolstering their offense? Because on paper, it looks like they might be a monster in the NFC West.
Didn't they just got AJ Green, didn't they?
Yep, they just got AJ Green.
So let me get this straight. You got Kyle
and they got Kenyon Drake.
So you got Kenyon Drake. I thought he was there last year.
No,
I thought he was already there.
No. Kenyon Drake is with the Raiders. My bad. I'm tripping. Yeah. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, I got it mixed up. My bad.
But still, the team you got, but still, that team you got over there, you still got Fitzgerald for whatever reason. You got Murray. Kyle Murray is actually looking like a good. Kyle Murray and AJ Green. Yeah. There's some power there.
And old boy from former Houston Texan wide receiver, Deshaun.
Deshaun Hopkins. Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, Deshaun Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins got me. Deshaun Hopkins. Do I know a Deshaun Hopkins? Anyway.
DeAndre Hopkins, my bad.
You ever say no, that just happened. Like when you say a wrong name, but like, I think I know a nigga there.
I think I do. Let me look through my yearbook. I think I do.
Hopkins. I think I knew a Hopkins. Anyway, but yeah, he got them. Yeah, man. I think they trying. Hey, I said go for it, man. Because especially Kyle Murray has already showed, man, he's down for the shits. So
hey, look, there's blood,
the shits, man. So
hey,
go for it.
Look, the way I see it is this. Like I said, I want to see how it works, but on paper, I think Arizona smells blood in the water with Seattle and what's happening with them and the Rams and San Fran. So they're like, let's take our shot, guys. Let's do this.
Yeah, you got to. I like the fact that it's been quiet. It's been quiet for a while, and the Patriots just sound like 6 quality-ass players out of nowhere.
Oh, man, Patriots re-signed Cam, which I was happy for Cam because I was like, I knew Belichick was going to give him another shot because, hey.
Like, Billy, look, this is another reason why I'm glad the episode didn't go through because we dogged out Cam like he was not coming back to Boston. Oh, my God. He's like, damn, Cam. We're like, yo, Cam, where you going to go? Yo, we would have sounded foolish.
Somebody, I mean, hey, look, every once in a while we have gotten comments on Working Title Sports Show on YouTube, and some of the comments are like, you guys are funny with your NBA predictions, NFL predictions and stuff. So I imagine if that episode went through, someone would be like, see, you guys laughed at Cam. This is what you get. And I'm like,
see, that's why the nigga did. That's why that nigga stayed. Because he knew y'all was gonna hate. Yo, it wasn't even hate. It was just us like writing on the wall. Damn, man, they getting rid of you.
Because you saw, because it was, again, Dak got signed. It's like, damn, Cam, they ain't giving you another shot. Like, come on, like, what's going on?
The best thing I see was with all the people that got signed. It's like Belichick signs all these people. Belichick, it was a clip of Puffy. He's like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to, nigga. I can do whatever. I'm the
greatest. Meanwhile, D, the Washington Football Club got Fitzmagic, and I'm just like, you guys are gonna take the magic out of Fitzmagic, aren't you?
Oh my God! Here's the thing, and I deleted this post because motherfuckers. I deleted this post because y'all some like no. And here's the thing.
Me, I'm not the asshole.
Not you. It had nothing to do with you. Look. I got frustrated, number one, and I deleted the post, but I did it because y'all know how to like. I know I'm a hater, but god damn, do y'all kill jokes for me? It's like for that one, it's like this. For real. The Washington Football Club will ruin Fitzmagic the same way they ruined Santana Moss.
No lie.
Yes.
No lie on that one.
Like, hold on. Check it out. Yes. That person's a good player. Chill. That nigga ain't that fucking good. Oh my God. It wasn't Washington Football Club fans, Santana Moss fans, which D has to say, wow, Santana Moss got fans. Yeah, Alvin Harper can't get nobody to remember him.
Well, D, you know, when you do 9 years of service with Washington, you develop a loyal fan base at that point.
All right, now this is where D gets vicious because I like Santana Moss, okay? But this is where D gets vicious because I think I have a right to, because this motherfucker's been in my town long enough. So, you know, you're a part of a fixture. If I think something is broken in DC, I think I have every right to say it. So that being said, Santana, from year number 5 on down, what the fuck did you actually do for that team?
So you said year 5, so that would be that was after the 2010 season, because after that he was not getting.
What did he do?
He was not getting 1,000-yard seasons after that.
Yo, it's not even. I'm not even trying to say, oh, look, because I know what somebody will say. Oh, the quarterback eat both of my nuts. No,
Kirk Cousins was serving you up big time on those. So
don't do that to me. The reason why I say that is because that nigga was just on the roster to be on the roster. And y'all know what I mean. He wasn't doing nothing for the Redskins. He wasn't. How can y'all not see that shit? Look, I like, Carissa, you know this as much as you know me. I like I like motherfucking our boy that we had to get rid of because he asked for all that goddamn money. He can ride dick. Julius Jones. Yeah. I like Julius Jones, but I can tell you what, that nigga needed to leave when he left. Like some people. No, I'm sorry. Marion Barber. I like Marion Barber, but let's just be real. Nah, dog, that was 2 seasons.
Hey, look, I say this as somebody that liked Marion Barber, and me and my brother were talking about this. I was like, yeah, Marion had to go because, yeah, he had to go. I'm sorry.
He had to go. That wasn't gonna work out. But like man, y'all did it wrong.
Hey, look, I was the guy that like when what the fuck was that dude that Elway hated as quarterback? Fucking
Tebow.
No, Tebow worked miracles with him and Marion Barber. They had a connection, right?
Oh my God, man!
They had a connection, and when they won that game, look, to this day, I think, fuck the WWE girl when Miz won the fucking belt. Elway's face when the Denver Broncos won a playoff game with Tim Tebow, Elway had to look at disgust like, this son of a bitch won. Really? I can't believe he won.
I think what it really was, I think everybody interprets it that way. This is what I really think it was. Oh my God. We're not going to win nothing.
You sure about that?
We're not going to win nothing with this quarterback. Oh my God. This is going to sink my whole legacy. If I just imagine if I just sit up there with my John Elway smile where it looks like I got false teeth, because I actually always thought John Elway had false teeth. But anyway, like I just sit up there and smile, but right beside this jerk off, and he just throws balls dead into the dirt, but he can run and he prays. No, get off my team. No. Get the fuck off my team. That's what I really think it was. It hit him.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right on that. But side note,
hit him. Like, oh my God. Why y'all cheering? Stop! No, we can't win this way. But John Elway, he just like, no, we're not gonna win nothing else after this. No, get the fuck off my team. Like he just saw it all. Like he saw the future and knew what was gonna happen.
Side note, D, were you with me when Captain Fat Fuck had to look up confusion when they lost that game to him?
Speaking of Captain Fat Fuck. This nigga, I want to know. I got a question.
Where's the dead bodies at, sir? What does
like
he
Rooney
know?
family? No. I have to ask a question. Rooney family, how glorious and how tasty is his penis? Because there's no way in the world.
Actually, where's the dead prostitutes that you're hiding? That he?
I
killed?
mean, really, young. Yo,
hey,
what did he do?
Hey, Tomlin, run!
What does
run now.
Ben know?
Hey, Tomlin, run away now, please.
Tomlin should have been. I don't know why this nigga ain't did a runaway slave type of run.
Tomlin, why do you not have a U-Haul truck in front of your house right now? Right now, packing up.
That nigga should be. Look. That nigga should be. Somebody should find this motherfucker on foot, running out of Pennsylvania in the middle of Breezewood, trying to find a way. Getting the fuck out of Pennsylvania.
D. He's sitting at the fucking Hardee's in that place, sitting at Hardee's, just sitting there like, just waiting for my ride, just trying to get the fuck up out of here.
Just imagine Mike Tomlin. He's wearing a Russell Athletic. He's wearing a Russell Athletic pullover.
Just sitting at Hardee's, enjoying.
Cover his face the best way he can. He got track. Look, he still has the Steelers track pants on, but for some reason he's wearing Nike flip flops. Like he's trying to change, but he can't change fast enough. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. I'm mad that they actually capitulated to fucking Captain Fat Fuck. That threw me off. I was like, what?
They restructured not only his deal to keep him there, but because he's there, it's going to go against the cap. They will have to.
That's even worse, man.
Yo, $40 million against their cap to keep a quarterback who can barely throw 30 yards now.
Meanwhile, Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins are looking at each other like, who's going to be second? Who's going to be behind Ben?
Oh, it ain't going to be motherfucking. It ain't going to be neither of these motherfuckers. Holy shit. Oh, my God, they're not prepared.
Because, hey, D, I'm going to name off 5 of the quarterbacks. So actually 4 of the quarterbacks. So if you know Big Ben, it's Mason Rudolph, newly acquired Dwayne Haskins, Devlin Hodges, and Joshua Dobbs. Take a pick at who's going. Can you take a guess at who's going to probably end up getting bounced off that team when it's all said and done? If you had to wager a guess.
That's only funny because I know all 3 of those quarterbacks. I think it's still going to be Dwight Haskins.
They're going to bet. You think they're going to bounce him?
I think Dwight's out of. I think Dwight. Look, I'm gonna give this nigga his credit. He going to smell the fire. Nah, bro, I'm good, bro. Nah, man, I try out somewhere else. I might go to Canada.
hey, look,
get me away from here.
I have a feeling Steelers are going to try to get some deal for Mason Rudolph. I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
I have a feeling they're going to do some shit where they're going to have to make a move, man. They're going to have to do something.
They're going to put somebody on a practice squad, but Mason Rudolph might end up going somewhere else.
Oh yeah, he probably will. I don't think the Steelers want him. I don't think the Steelers need to even do no real rush to get him back. You know what I mean? The fact the fact that Hodges is still there. I thought Hodges was already off the team, but obviously he's not.
Yeah, Hodges is still kicking.
But whatever.
Yeah. So, but we're here.
I just feel it's gonna be high Haskins though. I gotta be him though.
Yeah. But we're here to talk about the NCAA, the brackets.
Yes, sir.
In our picks and stuff. Do you want to start with the women first?
Oh man, the women. I want to start with the women first. I think I do. Hold on, let me see where I'm at on this bitch because I got it in front of me now.
Speaking of which, Maryland women, they are number 2.
Yeah,
and they play Mount St. Mary's. I'm just putting it out there because just there.
Now I don't want to go game for this.
Yeah.
So,
is it more so you just got who you have coming out of the those respective brackets to make it to like I guess the Final Four?
okay,
I guess.
all right. Just put it this way: the Sweet 16, I have it being Wake Forest versus Mizo State, Georgia versus Louisville, which I mean this. Georgia versus Louisville, I got that being one of the best games that whole week.
Okay.
South Carolina versus Georgia Tech, UCLA versus Maryland, which I can see that going both ways. I got my girls winning that, but I can see that going both ways because the UCLA girls are very good this year. I have UConn versus Kentucky, Michigan versus Baylor. Baylor girls again, badass girls, and I love them. NC State versus Gonzaga, Arizona versus Michigan State. That's what I got in the Sweet 16.
Basically for my national champion game, just to get cut straight to the point, I got Maryland versus UConn.
Really?
Yep.
I got Final Four. I got Louisville. I got Louisville versus Maryland and Baylor versus Arizona. I got the championship game being Louisville versus Arizona. I got the Louisville taking it all. The Louisville girls are just good. I like them.
Oh, I know they're good. I know they're good.
I like them,
reason,
man.
For some reason, for some reason, I just got Maryland, UConn. It's just, I
don't blame you on that. I don't think UConn. Here's the thing. I want UConn out early, so I had them go. Actually, it's kind of funny. Hold on, let me go back to it. Maryland. Now, like I said, I have Maryland making it all the way to the Final Four, but, and I really do mean it. I could see them losing to UCLA, and UCLA replacing them to go to the Final Four. That's that's really how I have it for that.
Okay. Yeah. On the men's side though, that's where now this is where my see, I know it's all because last time we did this, my first round got busted immediately because hey, you put your faith in Maryland and they just disappoint you, but fuck it, whatever, right? That's
the thing. That's the thing. We like I always learned that you only play favorites when it's in favor for them. And I don't mean like they ranked high. I mean like they can beat one person and make a run.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see any of our teams making it anywhere, man.
I mean, in my head, because initially I wanted to see Maryland and Georgetown meet in like the Elite Eight and shit, right? And I was like, that's probably not going to happen. You know what? I'm not even going to even try that. Nope, not going to do it. So I backed it up and stuff. So basically,
here's the thing: you give me your Sweet 16, I'll give you mine.
All right, so Sweet 16 for me, I got Gonzaga versus Virginia, and then I got Kansas versus Oregon.
All right, now let me hit down.
That's on the west side. That's on the west side.
Now let me just stop you right there. Okay. Let's just stop it right there.
All right.
Now, you and I are exactly the same, except I got Iowa versus Kansas.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and just a side note, I hope Wichita State wins today, so they win and they go against USC and they beat USC, so we can get Wichita State versus Kansas. Trust me, y'all gonna want to watch that shit.
In-state rivalry.
Basketball is good, nigga. You'll want to watch that shit, but nah, I got Kansas winning that. But
it's like watching Hoosiers.
Yeah, I know, right? So this time it's Kansas, and there's more racist white people. And hold on, and everybody can dunk because Wichita. Look, the Shockers and Jayhawks they're really good programs, bro. Anyway,
they really are.
Anyway, but so who you got in the Elite Eight? I have it being Virginia and Iowa.
Actually, I have because remember I said Kansas versus Oregon, so I had fucking Virginia versus Kansas for that.
And who you got going to the Final Four?
Virginia.
Nigga, ditto.
Okay.
Ditto.
Because I feel like Virginia. I want to see Virginia really kind of like make up for like last time. So I'm like, all right.
They got to make up. Not only they got to make up for that, but they got to make up for for getting busted in the ACC tournament. That's another thing.
Yeah, also, they got busted wide the fuck open today. I was like, holy shit. Like, what?
So I like because the way I got it going, even if because I got them winning their first game. I got them being in Ohio, which would be funny if the Bobcats beat them niggas. Oh, that would be funny. But I mean it. Virginia, this is my second time doing that. I hate, you know me, Chris. I don't like the Cavaliers. This is my second time doing this with them. I swear, if y'all lose, look, and the team that y'all can lose to is the team I got y'all facing in the second round, and that's UC Santa Barbara. I know, ain't no way. Fuck you. There's a possibility y'all niggas can get dropped by them.
Miracles can happen.
And good, look, and even if they lose and y'all go against Crittenton, I think y'all can beat the shit out of Crittenton. But you know what? I don't trust y'all. So that's all I gotta say. Anyway, so where we off next to?
Southside. My Sweet 16, I got Baylor versus Purdue.
Wow. Okay.
On that top side, and then on the bottom side, this is a dark horse one here, so bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas versus Ohio State.
Man, fuck you. Wow. I don't got Baylor going. I gotta be NC. I gotta be North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I got North Carolina
beating them, but it's like, I don't know.
But you like me, man. I don't. Now it could be because I saw the only game I seen in Texas Tech. They lost this year, so that's unfair. And they were going against Texas. Texas like stomped them out or something like that. But it's unfair. But I'm the same way. I got Arkansas sneaking up on everybody. When I'm looking at this, I really don't have no big time oh shit's upsets and nothing like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. The Elite Eight. Now, what do you have the Elite Eight? Because my Elite Eight is them going to the Elite Eight will be North Carolina versus Ohio State, and Ohio State going to the Final Four. Who do you have?
Purdue versus Ohio State.
We're going to that Final Four.
Mm-hmm. Ohio State.
God, I hate you.
Hey, look, man, it's just for some reason it's like Ohio State. Like after they beat Michigan, I was kind of like Ohio State. I didn't expect that out of them. They might do something. They might be onto something. They might be onto something. I think people are underestimating them. I think they are.
They probably are, but we'll see.
Yeah. On the east side, I mean, it's not shocking here. Michigan, Georgetown.
And who you at the bottom to?
And I got Georgetown beating Michigan. I want to see Michigan. Look, I got Georgetown making it to the Final Four. I'm just putting it out there right now. Now on the bottom part,
here's a stupid thing. Wait. So hold on. Who you have on the bottom half of that? Hold on.
On the bottom half, I initially wanted it to be Maryland versus Georgetown. I was like, no. That's my dream thing. I know it's not going to happen. There's too much things. But on my bottom, I was going to have G-Town versus UConn, basically.
Okay.
And I was going to say G-Town was going to upset UConn. That was going to be my upset right there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the upset of Georgetown beating Colorado, which, by the way, look, I'm just like you with Georgetown beating them. But here's the thing about Colorado. Colorado's the best shooting free throw team in the whole fucking country.
Can't sleep on them.
Oh, God, they're going to win that game.
Now,
and I hate to say it like that, but it's like, holy shit,
but if I'm Colorado, you don't want a situation like Georgetown and Villanova where it's close.
You don't.
You do not want that, because Villanova's mistake was you let Georgetown stay in the fucking game, and they took advantage of that shit.
Yeah. Now here's the funny thing. I'm not mad at you for saying that Georgetown going to make it to the Final Four, because let's just be honest with you. This little thing I saw on Sports Nation, chart party, they did they saying that the NCAA tournament is a bunch of losers. It's a bunch of losers. It makes a loser out of everybody. So even if you predict somebody making it all the way to the Final Four, guess what? That person can still lose. And that's it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you guessed it, but whatever. So, it ain't a bad. The way I got it is being Michigan, Georgetown, Texas versus Maryland. Now, here's the thing, but hold up. I'm just going to be real with you. Texas is a way better team than Maryland.
Oh, they are. They are.
And what I want to see, is Michigan versus Texas in the Elite Eight, and I got Michigan winning that. So I'm really going for Texas versus Michigan to come out of the whole situation, because Texas, I really mean it. I think Texas is really the dark horse. And it's funny, I was going to go for Texas, but I was like, nah, I got Michigan making it. So we'll see.
Who do you got winning it all, though, based on all this? What we
Michigan.
have? Okay.
Michigan. I got Michigan. Yeah, Michigan versus Virginia in the Final Four. Yeah.
I got Ohio State winning it.
I'm sorry. The national championship is going to be Michigan versus Ohio State.
Yeah, I got Ohio State. I got Ohio State winning it all when it comes down to it.
All right. Cool. Sorry, see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, because I can
hold on, real quick on that West. Hold on, real quick. Midwest.
Yeah, damn.
Midwest though. Check this out.
Yeah, who you got?
I got Leona versus Oklahoma State. And this is my whole upset thing right here. West Virginia is going to upset Houston in the Sweet 16, and West Virginia is going to make it all the way to the Final Four. That's my busted team that makes it. West Virginia. Now hold on, West Virginia ain't bad. They're third. Mm-hmm. They're ranked third, but I don't think they have the firepower to make it. But guess what? You know what? Let's go for it. Yahtzee, bitch. Y'all making it to the Final Four.
Mine's on the Midwest. I had Syracuse versus Clemson.
See, man, I don't like Syracuse this year. You got to be see. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Nobody. As far as everybody I've seen, nobody's picking Houston. They don't got Houston making it out.
Are they the dark horse?
No, Houston is number 2 in that fucking seeding right there, but still nobody's. At least everybody that I seen, my friends, not like professionals, but my friends is like, nah. Nobody trusts Houston. Nobody's trusting Houston right now.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna, like I said, this tournament is going to be quite interesting. Hold up, do they have NIT brackets?
I don't know. They got the NIT. Well, yeah, I knew they was going to do it. Yeah, we talked about that. They're all going to do the NIT this year.
Let's see if I can find it. Do they have it? NIT brackets 2021. So right now, wow, they're starting it up already. Yeah, I forgot. So right now,
it shouldn't even be that big of a tournament either.
Yeah, so Richmond beat Toledo on Wednesday. Western Kentucky beat St. Mary's, and right now today, we got Davidson versus NC State and Boise State versus SMU. And then Friday we got Colorado State versus Buffalo and Ole Miss versus Louisiana Tech. And then Saturday is Memphis versus Dayton and St. Louis versus Mississippi State. And that is it.
Mississippi State and North Carolina State are the only teams I've seen play games out of all
NC State. I mean, if I had to really say who's going to win it all, probably NC State, just because. I mean,
just gonna go with the heavier team. Who's the biggest school here? North Carolina State. Yeah, you got it.
You got it.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. Davidson, like, we fucking them niggas up.
Which is funny because Davidson is always a school that has to play to get into that last, like the last 64 of the regular NCAA tournament. So it's kind of interesting to see them in the NIT, and it's like, oh, well, you guys actually.
It's always funny to see Davidson anyway because I keep on forgetting they're in college. I really keep on forgetting they're in college.
And they always end up being the team that pushes like the top team to the brink for some weird reason. I'm like, how the fuck?
I would never understand. Like that was just an amazing thing to see the meteoric rise of fucking Steph Curry come out of Davidson. So it's just really weird when you get these small schools that really do good. Like I was showing my kids look, they had like it was a little documentary on not even mini documentary, just like, what happened to Delonte West and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And they mentioned how him and Jameer Nelson was at St. Joe's. And I was like, oh my God. St. Joe's was incredible. And I was like, they're like not even ranked now or even thought of. Like, it's crazy how those schools go through that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, it's amazing how Gonzaga stayed in that shit. And I was like, nah, that's because of Coach Few, man.
Oh yeah,
Coach Few run a good program. That's why.
Oh, breaking. Drake beat Wichita State in the West region.
Well, no, here's me. Whew. Well, there's only two. There's only 2 games that got busted. I'm fine.
You're good. You're fine.
I'm fine. I'm not bleeding.
hey, D, that's like a paper cut. It's like that hurt a little bit.
No. This is like your boy on All Simpsons. Look at the itchy and scratchy land where nothing can possibly go wrong. That was the first day that went wrong. Just foreboding as fuck, yo. But that's how I felt right there, man. Like, well, oh well.
That happened. That happened.
But that was Drake that won. Drake. I thought it was Drexel that was going to play. Drexel's actually in the 16th spot. Yeah, but
your bracket's intact. Your bracket is still intact.
I'm fine.
So
for now.
For now. Since that didn't get posted, the Caps are kicking ass. Obviously, they're still top of still close. Basically, it's like a 3-way tie at the top of the division on the Eastern. So them and Tampa Bay kind of going neck and neck, essentially. Carolina Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes is like nipping at their buds and stuff. So it's like, all right, it's getting a little tight, but it's pretty good. Pretty good.
I like what's going on right now, and
the Golden Knights are finally like, hey, we're good, guys. It wasn't a fluke. I'm like, all right.
Are you sure? I thought they lost a bunch of people to free agency last year.
They're top of the West right now.
All right. Like the what was I gonna say? Real quick,
MLB.
Oh yeah, MLB baseball starting up. The only thing that's really that at least is on my mind until it really starts getting going because they're still doing spring training and shit. The one thing that's on my mind is this is going to be a strike that's looming. So are we just going head first into this bitch, or what we doing? What's going on, baseball? Are we really doing this again? Because I think we are going to a strike, and they saying that this one's going to be just as fucking ugly. So
oh my gosh! I thought you were about to say about LeBron getting ownership stake in the Red Sox and how white people can
that's actually pretty damn cool. Give me the most racist baseball.
And now I don't think the Red Sox are going to change their name. I don't think they will.
They don't need to change their name and nothing like that. Nah. Now, if you own the Indians, fuck yeah, man.
It's like LeBron, he coming back to Cleveland. Well, I own part stake of the Indians. All right.
Well, man. Look, it's like to me, you pick the Red Sox. If that's one of the teams that he really, really likes and all that shit, you know what? Good for you, LeBron. You own a baseball team. You own part of a baseball team. That's not a bad thing, man.
Part of you felt that he wanted to try to get get an ownership stake in the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry looked at him in his face like, "Get your ass out of my stadium right now, sir."
Let me tell you something, LeBron. The only black people I want up here are players. Ow, that hurt me. God damn, dog.
And Miss Smith comes out of nowhere. God damn, Jerry's LeBron James. I said players.
I said players, and that's what he is. He's a basketball player. Aren't you, LeBron? God damn.
It's like Jerry does not respect basketball players, does
he? When he said Archie LeBron, it's like hearing Archie LeBron. All you might as well heard was a crack of a whip. Shit. Yo, bro.
Oh my god, man. That is always gonna be
I really think it's a cool thing. But we'll see what happens because right now a lot of the owners ain't budging, and the players is like, y'all better fucking play ball with us. Owners like, or what? Nah, we're being greedy. We're gonna stay being greedy. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, it is what it is and stuff. I think last time we talked, Tiger Woods, he got into an accident and stuff. He was recovering. Apparently, he's pretty much, I believe, out of the hospital. He's back home recovering and stuff. Good for him. Good for him. Me and Dee were talking about like how like this dude was literally scaring the shit out of white folks for a hot minute before he got in that accident. And it's like, oh shit, Tiger's back, baby.
You know, if I wanted to be like, I really I don't like joking about people having a near-death experience like that. You know, I would love to make the whole little thing of a white guy saying, fuck that nigger, you know, some shit like that. I'm not making no jokes out of this one. I'm just glad that Tiger lived because it was a very serious accident, man.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been way worse than it could have been, man.
I mean, look, here's the thing. When you're on Twitter and you hear about a celeb, especially when it happened to Tiger and people were putting up pictures, I was like, did Tiger die? What the hell happened? And I was like,
I stayed away from it. The second I saw it and I saw the pit, I saw one picture. I saw like half of the card. I was like, no, I'm stay out of it. I need to let the news handle that one. I'll hear about it 30 minutes later for now or something. And by the time I did hear it on the radio, they was like, oh, no, Tiger's all right. Tiger's all right. Tiger's all right.
That scared me for a minute. I was like, no. I was like, okay.
I was like, no, bro.
Like, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. You know, look, if you've been watching the Tiger documentary, look, I understand Tiger has a very interesting relationship with the African American community and stuff. And while it might not be on OJ level where he's on some, I'm not, OJ, he's like, I'm not black, I'm OJ on that level. It's like, look, I don't know if you can make the case Tiger doesn't fuck with black people. I think he does. It's just
I don't know. Look, I think here's the thing.
He's biracial and he's doing biracial weirdness a little bit, about it.
Here's the thing. I think a lot of people, and I think a lot of biracial people don't do this, don't try to get into the argument and try to actually add to the argument properly. It's a hard situation to be in. That's a hard. I don't know how you deal with that. Being a mixed race child, I never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know the pressures. I don't know the depression that comes with it. I don't know how it feels like I know cousins who are not really your cousins, who are not related through blood, who feel some type of way that they're not connected through a family.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine how that is not being connected with a race that you so obviously are. Yeah. I don't know how that feels. So that's why I don't get upset with some celebrities like, oh man, why don't you add black? Because either two things. A, every black person told them that they couldn't do that shit and they got some type of personal trauma. Mm-hmm. Or B, they never dealt with us. They don't know how to deal with us. The second they see all these black people, oh man, you one of us, is like, yo, I don't know you.
Which is what happened when Tiger was on the cover.
You don't have that. You don't have that relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because Tiger, people I think, when we were talking, when me and you were talking about this and stuff, when it comes to a lot of stuff, when you grow up and you actually see the rise of it and stuff. I think me and you can say that we had, uncles that already golf, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Tiger was on the come up and blowing up, there was a spike of black people just hitting the golf course, and it was a shock.
My dad was one of those people. My pops was one of the people that wanted to play golf,
and it was a shock to golf courses because they just didn't know how to go about like an influx of black people wanting to golf now, and it was just like
a lot of country clubs are very racially
good old boys,
good old boys clubs. You got to also think because anytime. I always say the reason why white people don't invite us is for two reasons. Either A, they really think we got the boo-boo touch, or B, they're just some racist bigots that really don't want black people coming in there showing them up.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. There's two examples of you can't take black people nowhere. Number one is when we just like niggas. Y'all can't take y'all niggas nowhere without y'all being extra black. And then there's number two, where we take some shit and we make it way better than it was. Where it's like, we can't take y'all niggas nowhere. Y'all had a ball on the ground, and now y'all playing soccer with this motherfucker. Look at that shit. Look at these motherfuckers. You can't take y'all coons nowhere without y'all inventing shit. Like, So white people I always had this thing where white people just don't really like. We can't let Tyrell out here on the back nine. He's gonna show us up. Like I always feel that like they really are scared of our athletic. Like we're just better than them, which is bullshit. Like white guys think we're just like we're all athletic and gifted. I wish I was, dog. One of my biggest wishes was I wish I was a basketball player. I'm not coordinated enough to be a basketball player, and it fucking breaks my heart. I play basketball like a white boy, man. How you think I feel?
As a black kid,
I can't cross nobody. How you think I feel?
As a black kid that played that for a short time, like, you know, have friends that played, you know, like street hockey and stuff. Imagine me watching the NHL and I see a black guy out there, and it's always that thing of like, man, we get a bunch of black people out on that fucking damn ice, woo, and we can actually fuck up people out there.
I stand by it. The one thing you do not want is all these niggas from the hood find out that soccer is actually fun. That's the last thing you want. It's the last thing you want.
And it's like that with golf, because look, silly and ridiculous as the movie was, Who's Your Caddy illustrated like what white people thought black people were going to do when they got on the golf course. And I'm like, guys,
I hate how white people, I hate how much. Okay, yeah, all right. Look, this is coming from you and me as film critics.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a ripoff of Caddyshack, and it's not a very good ripoff of Caddyshack.
Oh, yes, you're right.
But number two, there are at least 6 jokes in that motherfucker that land.
Yes.
So they like, they're funny. It ain't like, see, it felt like that's what Soul Plane should have felt like. You know what I mean? Like
it felt like Big Boy. It felt like Big Boy really did was one of those black people that watched Caddyshack and was like, I want to mimic that. But
yeah, I just wanted to mimic Caddyshack. Let's just put niggas in this. Which, look, I'm not against that shit, but I'm against of us being lazy about it. But still,
yes.
But that being said, yeah, you're right. Who's Your Caddy is the perfect example of, number one, y'all niggas is good at this, and number two, look, man, you can't be doing that shit around white folk, man. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what they thought. Which is funny because I remember during the height of that, I actually did. It was family reunion weekend down in North Carolina. I went with my uncles. You know, again, I'm not interested in golfing, but I went because I just wanted to get the hell away from the rest of the family. And I thought, hey, I hang out with my uncles because they're cool as hell. And go in there and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is actually a pretty chill thing. I see why you guys golf. This is very relaxing, and I don't even golf. I understand this now. Yeah, I get it.
It's just one of those sports where it's like you can tell that it was a sport that was created by a bunch of bored ass Scottish people, and you can see why rich British people took it over. You can see why. It's one of those things where all of a sudden, because you can see it's one of those things where it's a poor man's sport that was turned into, you know, rich. You know what I mean? That's why niggas don't play lacrosse like that. We don't. That's a white boy sport. It's just a rich sport, man.
Look, black people will fuck up people in damn lacrosse.
Look, what I've noticed about this, there are two sports where there's a lot of black kids who get an opportunity to play at these prep schools. They just show out. It's lacrosse and rugby. Dude, these young black men, Christopher, these young black heroes coming out here, I mean, shitting on these white boys, man.
Have you seen Maryland's lacrosse team? Oh, they got some black folks on that team. That's why they wreck everybody. They wreck everybody. There's a reason why, like, low-key, like lacrosse, the Maryland lacrosse team, they win championships. They just don't get it publicized like that.
I saw this little mini documentary that came out not too long ago. It was I don't know if it was a local documentary or it was like on some platform or some shit, whatever. But it was talking about rugby, and they showed Georgetown's prep rugby team, and the motherfuckers. This was had to be like 10 years ago. These African, like you see a bunch of African names, and you see one hood ass named Deontay Simmons. And be like, yo, that nigga from the block, yeah. You know what I mean?
ironically, he will also be able to train. Funny, I think you brought it up too. Some of them rugby players do transition to the NFL somehow.
Some of them, no, yes, and no.
Some, not all of them,
yes,
but like
no.
some.
That's the no. It's weird. Speaking of one thing I did want to bring up during the All-Star weekend, they brought up this stat that was very interesting, and it goes into what you and I was talking about, Chris, about all the black players. They're trying to get a lot of blue chips and everybody to come to these black schools. Well, they showed that it was an HBCU weekend type of thing they had for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And they showed this one list of all these people who are working behind the scenes in the NBA that went to black colleges. Chris, these are GMs, executive, presidents. And I'm like, show this list all the fucking time. Because let me just be real. I understand that they want to have an importance of players coming to the NBA and all that from these black colleges. That's fine. Are you going to give these? But all those colleges going to have all these black colleges? Are they going to have
the money behind it for the
exactly
actual to be able?
Are you going
to
have an athletic director? Are you going to have an athletic director that's going to give these kids the opportunity of what they want at these schools and all the rest of that shit? But when I see all these executives, all this that go to black colleges, I'm like, yo. They're running the NBA. So yeah, that's a very important thing. That's a wonderful thing. It's a very wonderful thing to do because yeah, your road doesn't stop just because you went to a black college. Nigga, a good example is Ronald Murray. He went to Shaw University. That's a Division II team. He still made it to the NBA.
Yeah.
It was incredibly hard for him to make it. But yo, I understand it. Just because you go to a black college doesn't mean that your whole career stops. You can still have be a big part of that working cog in that system to make sure black people get where they need to get. Somebody told me like, we don't need black coaches. We don't need black people behind the scenes. We need black people we can see. I'm like, fuck you. That doesn't matter. This shit doesn't fucking matter. I would die for 20 black coaches over one black player. The reason why is because those black coaches are teaching black people how to play basketball. Not some rich white guy. Not against the white, because some of these white coaches are very good. You know what I mean? But still, ain't some rich white asshole telling black kids who have to fucking starve instead of taking a bribe to say, hey, get out there and practice harder.
Which is ironic.
Come on, man.
Which is ironic because you mentioned HBCUs. Remember we were talking about a while back, like a couple of years ago, we were talking about Kalen Newton. You know, he's playing quarterback for Howard University, right?
Yeah.
He's at Auburn now.
Oh, wait, he transferred over to Auburn?
Because he had 2 seasons of eligibility, and he was like, well, you know what? I want to go to Auburn. And I was like, I figured he was going to do that because I think I think he's going to make that. He's trying to make that bid for the NBA, for the NFL. So it's like, all right, I go to Auburn.
I can see if you have the talent for it, because that's another thing. You got to have the talent for it, especially getting transferred. I could see a couple of these kids that are high ranking going to a black college and then doing that. Now, I understand, how does that help the black college? I don't think it does.
I mean, I think
I'm not really sure, but I don't think it does.
I mean, I think Kalen Newton being on Howard, it did boost him up a little bit because, like, oh shit, Cam Newton's brother plays quarterback for Howard, and that was a big thing, which is ironic because I think that's probably why they got that game against Maryland football team, because the name and also Maryland pretty much kind of boosted up Howard a little bit, but still, it's
nah. Don't use that goddamn, because Maryland said, "Oh, that's a W."
Oh, actually, you know what? You're right.
Let's keep it all the buck. What you just listed was Howard's reasons. Maryland's like this. No, motherfucker, we chose you. You don't have a television deal. We do.
Now you're on television, and you're gonna take this nasty 65-20 loss and call it a day.
Now you gonna open your mouth wide, open all the way. There you go. No, breathe through your nose. It's easier that way.
Now here's $10 million. You're good.
Here's $10 million. Here's 10. No, yeah, they're done. Howard's on the floor coughing, throwing up. Yeah, here's $10 million. Wash yourself up. Thank you, sir. Hey, Howard. God, this is a fucked up lie. Hey, yo, Howard, don't spend it all on yourself. Right there. Show your boy point his in. Oh my God, man. That's another look, I'm being real. I don't like the fact that I really don't like the fact that we telling these kids to go to these colleges, and these colleges are ill-equipped to make sure these kids are getting to the next level. You know what I mean? I hate for a kid to go to a college like that, and it really does. And I know that's kind of a weak excuse you blame it on the college, but sometimes, like, yeah, because it was just me and no other recruits that was worth a damn. So, you know, that's
it's like Deion Sanders coaching what's his face?
Jackson, was it Jackson State?
Yeah, Jackson State and stuff. And like I said, he brings his sons along for the journey. And I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Maybe hey, let's see what happens with that. You know, who knows? You know, is that going to boost up, you know, them putting money in HBCUs? Maybe, don't know.
And that's another thing. Like I told this to somebody else, and I really mean it. I'm like, well, who's the athletic director? Well, I'm pretty sure they got a good one because Deion's there. That ain't the question I fucking asked you.
Who's the athletic director?
I know that Charlotte. Now, I do know this. I know Jackson State track is fucking badass. I do know that, but I don't. But still, who's running the football program?
Thank you.
All right, like how are the football players getting what they need? How's their education? How are they fucking how's their fucking travel? All that. How is their facilities? How's their workout stations and all the rest of that? Mm-hmm. I ask this because since we're having a 5-star fucking coach, a fucking cult of personality in football come here, I thought y'all want to be at the standards of that. So now I'm just being real. I don't know Jackson State. They probably got all that shit in spades, nigga. But you know what I know they ain't got? Fucking notoriety. So anyway, I'm playing. I don't know, man. Hopefully it works out. I really do mean that. I really hope all of these fucking experiments work. I know there's going to be some failures, though. There's going to be some failures, and I hope it's nothing colossal, like somebody wasted 4 years of their college career, and that college did nothing for them. I hope that won't happen, but I think it will. You know what I mean? And that can happen. And yes, just to be sure, somebody might say it. Yes, that can happen at a white school too. Yes, that can happen. But I would hate for us to make this whole thing about black people, HBCU.
You have to have you have to have the actual pieces.
Exactly.
Place. That's all.
I'm a 5-star. That 5-star player gets signed over to Morehouse University, and they don't give that nigga no offensive line, or that dude gets signed over to FAMU. He's a guard over there. Wait a minute, y'all never gave me no center. Like by the time I was out the door, all of a sudden you want to give another blue chip in here. Why did it take you 3 years to get somebody that's on my level? Then on top of that, the physical trainer sucks because I've been having this week because I've been rolling my ankle every fucking week, and this nigga keeps on telling me to do the same thing, and it's just making it worse. And y'all strutting up my fucking ankle. So you know, there's a lot, man. There's a whole lot.
Yeah. But anyways, if we're gonna leave out.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything. You know, unless we want to, you know, be messed up and just be like, "Hey guys, sundress season has officially started." Zing.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Clap some butt cheeks as soon as you see one,
and not your own teammate.
Not your own teammate. Lord have mercy. That's oh Lord. But anyway, so I think next time y'all will hear us, it will be as this tournament goes on. Because I do want us to return, and by then I'm going to talk shit because I'm definitely going to have the rest of the Working Title Sports crew love and attention for they fucking brackets that I know all of them going to be busted. I'm going to put it on blast, especially one of them niggas.
Come Monday, it's going to be fun.
Oh, I'm going to laugh at quite a few of us. It might be me actually. I'm ready to talk shit about myself, man. I can't wait.
Look, if Maryland after this weekend proves me wrong on where they stand at, I'll be like, oh shit, fuck.
Boy, Virginia going out would be hilarious.
It's like they went out sad. God damn.
Boy, man, it was like seeing a fucking flaming trash can.
It's like again.
Man, Lord have mercy. Yeah.
But anyways, that is it, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace out.